Welcome back to Endorser. That's better. Welcome back to Endorse or Remorse. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the Nespresso Creatista Plus and whether or not it's worth your hard-earned money. And I'm gonna be having a latte the entire time because why not? I love having a Starbucks quality latte in the morning before I get dressed and leave the house. There is just nothing that compares to starting the day with a hot cup of coffee. And it's faster than hitting the Starbucks drive-thru with 2 minutes from start to sip. Speaking of Starbucks, we actually get the Starbucks syrups online. I get the Starbucks brand Cinnamon Dulce. This is an off-brand. John likes the peppermint mocha. It's also a great way to get your favorite seasonal flavors year-round. The current price for this baby is advertised at $600, which might sound expensive, but if you drink a Starbucks every day, this pays for itself in about 6 months. It's actually really easy to use. We got the instruction manual out one time and haven't had to get it out since. I actually had to look pretty hard for it to find it for this video. The Nespresso Creatista Plus is pre-programmed to make several different beverages and has a lot of adjustable settings, but the interface is very intuitive to use. You can pop this little baby out to have a smaller platform for a smaller mug if you'd like to make a ristretto or an espresso, and then pop that back in if you'd like to make a lungo or a latte, cappuccino, flat white, macchiato, you name it. For those types of milk coffee beverages, it's going to be a 2-step process, making the espresso first and then using this wand here to steam the milk and froth it up to get the foam that you want for your beverage. It's not even necessary to mess with the default settings if you don't want to, but it might be worth it just to get it exactly how you want it. All of the settings are fully customizable, so you can change the level of froth, the temperature of the milk, or even the concentration of the coffee. Cleanup is really easy. We tend to just wipe down the wand with a wet rag after each use, and then it'll automatically run a steam clean cycle for the wand. And in the event that it ever gets clogged up, there's a pin tool located underneath the water reservoir that you can pull out, and you can use it to poke the holes on the bottom of the wand to clear them of any crud that might be stuck in there. The tray on the bottom here serves to collect any water produced by the steam wand or any little drips that you might have. It pulls out just like this. You can easily pour it out, and it has a little float sensor in it with a red button that pops up when it starts to get full. I like to clean that out every time I make coffee because otherwise stuff might start to grow in there and you might have some crusty milk residue. It's so easy to use, it's like having a personal barista living at your house. I prefer to use almond milk when I'm making my lattes and cappuccinos. John prefers to use regular milk. It works great on both. I've seen reviews of people saying that their almond milk doesn't froth as well as the regular milk, but I can't relate. If you're not getting as much froth as you want on the top, try turning up the milk foam setting. This is the brand that I use, if you were curious. Be sure to get unsweetened if you want it to be the most like real milk. On the ristretto, espresso, and lungo settings, you only have the option down at the bottom to change the concentration of the coffee. You can do it by selecting it, and then you can change the coffee volume, which is going to change the amount of water that it has added to it. As you can see, it has a line showing you what the default is, and you can turn it up and down from there. On the milk beverage selections, you can actually control the milk temperature. It has a suggestion here for the ideal, but I like it a little hotter than ideal, so I turn it up. You can turn it up very hot. You can turn it up to the hottest that it'll go, but I like it just a touch above the ideal temperature. And then over here, you can actually change the level of milk froth. I like to turn mine up to about setting 3 because I like a little extra froth in mine, or you can turn it down to the default. The defaults are different for each beverage. So if you go to cafe latte, you can see that the default is a little bit higher than it was with the flat white. If you go back and go to the cappuccino setting, you can see that the milk froth default is quite a bit higher here. I have it set to setting 5. Setting 4 is what the default is, but you can even turn it up to 6 if you like a little extra foam. Whatever you set your settings to will actually save, and every time you use it from then on, it will retain those settings until you change them again. Just keep in mind, if you do something you don't like, you can always turn it back right to that default level that's indicated for you. Now I'm going to show you how to make a cafe latte. You're going to start by grabbing one of your pods, open up the pod door, stick this in right here, and stick your coffee cup underneath the espresso side of the machine. You're just going to hit start, and it'll automatically do the coffee portion first. While it's doing the espresso part, you can go ahead and pour your milk. I like to pour mine all the way up to the max line, but there is a minimum or a maximum. Just pour it somewhere between there and then stick it on the wand. It's waiting to start the milk until you hit start again, and then it'll go ahead and steam the milk. Once the milk is done steaming, take the wand. You'll want to wipe it off with a damp cloth or napkin. And then once you set the wand back down, it will automatically purge the steam wand. From here, you have your espresso ready, and you just pour your milk right into the top. This is the time that you'll add any syrups that you might want, anything like that. I'm gonna do a peppermint mocha shot for John. And I just stir it up with a chopstick when it's done. So as you can see, you've got full customizability, and basically you can be your own barista at home. If you're curious how the pricing compares, you can buy the pods in a 50 count, and it comes out to 71 cents a pod. And a gallon of almond milk is like, what, $4.50? A gallon of regular milk is like $3 at Kroger's. So even though the initial investment is a little bit up there, it ends up paying for itself pretty quickly if you think about it. So I know what you're thinking now. Okay, so it's cost effective, but those pods are so wasteful, right? Wrong. Actually, it has a little container right here that catches all of your used pods, and as you can see, I have quite a stack. And you can order the recycle bags online for free and send back the pods to give them a second life. You just drop the bag off at any UPS location. All in all, my experience with the Nespresso Creatista Plus has been an overwhelmingly positive one, and I do think it's worth the money. Let me know about your experience with your Nespresso machine down in the comments. Do you have a different model? Have you thought about getting one? Let me know down in the comments. I've never had a single issue with my machine, and given the quality of the coffee, being able to have a latte first thing in the morning, not having to spend time in the drive-thru line, and money at Starbucks, I give this product an endorse. Let me know down in the comments what other products you'd like to see me review. If this video was of any value to you, please smash that like button. And to find out what products I endorse, and also the ones that gave me remorse, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications when I post new videos reviewing other products. I will show you the things that made my life easier and the ones that didn't. As always, thanks for watching. This was Endorse or Remorse, and I will see you next time. I really need the coffee though. I've got like these masculine shoulders. Ugh, I'm so strong, I do lasers! Ugh, laser arm! Automatically runs a steam cycle. I just poured some water on the table.